Well, all right, welcome back to As It Should Be. Paul Bertolino here in the world famous As It Should Be studios. And well, today I am doing a track versus track, as I often do on Mondays for my solo videos. Well, I decided to do a Rush track versus track. I haven't done any Rush related videos yet. Rush has gone, there were some Rush albums that made it onto our Albums of the Year videos here and there, but for the most part, Rush has kind of gone undiscussed. And I thought what I would do is put 1980's Permanent Waves against 1981's Moving Pictures. I almost forgot the name of the album, Moving Pictures. Yeah. And now this one has, I believe, 6 tracks and this one has 7. So with the tracks, it doesn't have the same number of tracks, but what I've done is like I do with my track versus tracks, is I've ranked the tracks for each album, and that's the order in which I am putting these up against one another. And, different track number be damned. So, now before I start, I think Rush is one of those bands where I feel like I've got to do this. I'm not really that much of a Rush fan. Yes, I like Rush. I have every studio album from the first album up to Signals. I don't have anything after that. But I consider myself to be a casual Rush fan. I'm not a total fucking like comic book store guy, like Rush fan, okay? I'm a lot more casual than that. But I like Rush, okay? Not so much into the proggy stuff. The proggy stuff tends to not be, I like songs Rush. So albums like this are kind of my sweet spot because these are more song-oriented records, and that's what I tend to gravitate toward. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm not here to say that I'm giving you the ultimate, word on this stuff. This is just how I feel about it as a guy who likes Rush, but I'm not as geeky about them as you are. Okay, all right. Let me get the tally sheet going because we do it old school here at As It Should Be. Permanent Waves and Moving Pitches. All right. Okay, so I don't have a 7th track for Permanent Waves because there are only 6 tracks on that album, but for Moving Pictures, what I have ranked at number 7 on that album, Witch Hunt. Yes, Witch Hunt. Now, I didn't put that at the bottom because I think it sucks or it's bad. It's my least favorite on the album. It's a perfectly good track. I like the other tracks more. Calm down. Okay, all right, but now let's go over to Permanent Waves for number 6, because what I have at the bottom, ranked at the bottom of Permanent Waves at number 6 is Different Strings. Now, this album I found a lot tougher out of the two to rank, and the order that they went in changed a lot. It kept changing. I had an order, and then I went back, and I kind of thought about it, played a couple things, no, come on, and I kept changing. I could change 2 or 3 times. Different Strings, I had it at like number 4 initially, but then the more I went back, it was like, no. I really like that one, but all the other ones I think are better. Now, Different Strings I really like. It has a really great hook on it, that I really like, but the problem, I think the big thing that made me end up docking it is that I feel like there are too many sort of passages where nothing happens. I'm into like the slow, moodier kind of tracks, but this one I feel like when they go on these little bits where they kind of just do the little groove for a while and you're waiting for the vocal to come in, nothing happens. There's no solo, there's no it's just, yeah, I don't know, it's whatever. But I do like the track. It sounds like I'm complaining about it. I like the track. Again, I initially had it like number 4, but I realized that I just like others better. And after all that babble, what do I have at number 6? On Moving Pictures? Well, for number 6 on Moving Pictures, I have, oh my God, the Rush fan comic book store guys are going to be pulling their hair out. YYZ. Yes, I have YYZ only at number 6. YYZ is great, but again, I'm just more of a songs guy, and this is like, YYZ just sounds like soundtrack music to me. Good soundtrack music, but, in the end, the other stuff on the album, like the really great songs on the album, I just like more. YYZ is YYZ. What are you going to do? But anyway, so I have to choose between Different Strings and YYZ. And, that's actually really tough. Because, again, I'm a songs guy, and Different Strings is more of a song. YYZ. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with YYZ. Because I know that's what I'm supposed to do. No, I'm going with YYZ because I thought about it and I realized that I find YYZ more interesting and compelling throughout the song, even though there are bits in different strings that I actually like more than anything in YYZ. But I feel like there are just there are too many stretches in different strings that I just think aren't that compelling, and YYZ just kind of keeps it moving the whole time. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Okay, all right, so coming in number 5 on Permanent Waves, I have Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, you know, there's only 6 tracks on this. They have to go somewhere. I know Jacob's Ladder is a well-loved epic. How long is it? Like, it's like 7+ minutes. And that goes because what I have at number 5 on Moving Pictures, which is Vital Signs. Yeah, Vital Signs, which is the closing track on that album. And that's one of the tracks. They had done this on Permanent Waves too, but they really do it here. This is a track where they're totally going for the Police thing. Yeah, this Rush basically trying to do the Police, but they do it really well. Well, the thing is that Alex Lifeson has that, you know, he has that Andy Summers guitar sound and vibe. You know, he's really got that down. But, you know, it's a great song. It's a great song. And what do I choose between Vital Signs and Jacob's Ladder? It's actually kind of easy. Kind of easy. I'm going Vital Signs. Yeah. I think a lot of people would choose Jacob's Ladder, but I think I'm not going to. So, all right. So coming in number 4 on Permanent Waves, I have Natural Science, the closing track on that album, and that's like, you know, practically a 10-minute track. Now I tend not to go for the longer, proggier, epic songs, but these are good tracks, and they're great tracks. It's Rush, you know. All right, so coming in number 4 on Moving Pictures, I have The Camera Eye, opening track on side 2, and oh shit. No, I'm realizing I know what I'm going to pick, and I'm like, wow. I hope this doesn't become a washout. Total blowout, because I'm giving that to Moving Pictures also. Yeah, Camera Eye. And you know, Permanent Waves is I pretty much like just about as much as Moving Pictures, so it's not like, you know, I don't know. Okay, so coming in number 3 is a song I almost put it number 1 on Permanent Waves. I hadn't heard it in so long, and I'm like listening to it going, oh yeah, this one, oh I love this one. But in the end, I had to get real when I really started thinking things over and re-ranking. Entre Nous. Yeah, Entre Nous, opening track on side 2. Yeah, that. I love the arpeggio riff on that. Is so good. And it's a great song. And I have that up against what I have at number 3 on Moving Pictures, which is Tom Sawyer. Yeah, Tom Sawyer. Now, Tom Sawyer is great. I actually have to say, Tom Sawyer is where I first, like most people, especially casual people, that's where I first became aware of Rush. That started popping up on the radio, and I was like, oh, who's this chick? Wow, this song's pretty good. Who's she? Yeah, and but it was a great song, and that's how. Well, actually, I should walk that back. That was the first Rush song that I really heard and really truly became aware of them. I actually was aware of their existence before that because I had a friend. I can tell the story now. My friend Saul. I had these guys, Saul and Caesar, who were a little older than me, who lived in the neighborhood, and they were like older brother type buddies, you know, like music buddies. And I remember Saul saying, hey, he pulls up 2112 and he goes, if you like Kiss, you'll love Rush. And I was like, wow, really? And then, yeah, it turns out it's 2112, and I've always thought, well, what does he mean by that? If I like Kiss, I'll love Rush? That's like saying if you like Willie Nelson, you'll love Motorhead. I mean, they're two entirely different things. How does one even begin to lead to the other? I mean, I realize those guys are buddies, and they did a lot of touring together, and, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of crossover of fans. A lot of people like Rush like Kiss. A lot of people like Kiss like Rush. But really, talk about completely different types of band. I mean, okay, if you like this basic meat and potatoes Kiss stuff, you're really gonna like this really over-the-top proggy Rush stuff. I don't know what he ever meant by that, but as it turns out, I do like both bands, but I am more of a Kiss fan. Okay, so let us continue. So Tom Sawyer. Entre Nous versus Tom Sawyer. See, that's really hard. Because I have to say, I honestly think that Tom Sawyer is a better song. Yeah, it's beaten to death. I mean, it's like, File It Away with Stairway to Heaven and Imagine and Bohemian Rhapsody and all that, but take that out of it. It is a better song. But I'm giving it to Entre Nous because, for the uninitiated, for those maybe watching, Rush fans who maybe haven't seen my stuff before, I don't go by what is objectively the better thing. What do I prefer? What do I like? If I was somebody put before me right now, which song do you want to listen to? That's what I'm going to choose here. What I personally like better at this moment, regardless of what I think is, objectively possibly better written or whatever. What I enjoy more, I kind of like Entre Nous more. So, yeah. Okay, so coming in number 2 on Permanent Waves, I have Free Will, which is the second track on the album. And I have that going up against what I have at number 2 on Moving Pictures, which is Limelight. Yeah. See, now you're seeing what's going on here, my taste. I tend to gravitate towards these kind of more radio-friendly, catchier songs, more so than the longer, proggier stuff. But what are you going to do? And I'm stalling because I don't want to have to choose between Free Will and Limelight. Ooh. Oh. Wow, that's tough. Well, I mean, it's kind of close, but it's not that tough. I'm going to have to go with Limelight. I didn't think ahead about this, that Moving Pictures might just get everything. I really actually didn't expect it to. But so far, all right, yeah, Limelight. Okay. Coming in number 1 on Permanent Waves, I have the opening track, Spirit of Radio. Yeah, that used to not be a favorite of mine, but every time I go back to it and I go back to it, I'm like, no, you know what? I can't deny Spirit of Radio. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have it anywhere near ranked at number 1 when I first, with my first draft of this ranking. But yeah, I just went back and I was like, oh, come on, it is number 1. But that goes against what I have at number 1 on Moving Pictures, which is Red Barchetta, the second track on that album. And I mean, Moving Pictures is basically a greatest hits album. I mean, they're like 2 songs. I like Witch Hunt is probably the only song on that album you haven't heard on the radio, and you may even have heard that one. I don't know, but yeah, everything else, if you're even the most casual of Rush fans, you've pretty much heard every song on this album except maybe Witch Hunt. Red Barchetta, very much included. Now that's a really, really, really tough matchup. Shit. Damn. I know what I'm gonna go with though. That's really treacherous, and they're both great. And everybody loves both those songs, as they should be. But I'm gonna go with Spirit of Radio. Yeah, I'm gonna go Spirit of Radio on that. Yeah. So, okay, all right. Well, Moving Pictures got 4, and Permanent Waves only got 2. That, of course, does not reflect the difference between my love of the 2 albums. I mean, I probably do like this one a little more, but just barely more. But anyway, all right. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and thank you for all you Rush fans for coming in and watching this, and thank you for understanding. I'm not a real fan like you are, and actually that's true. Like really, you are more of a fan than I am. So, but everybody's opinion is just as valid, okay? But well, yeah, because music is all perception. You know what I mean? It's not. These aren't facts. This is perception. Everything is perception, and we perceive everything differently. And I'm going to shut up and get out now. Okay, so thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, maybe consider subscribing. If you do, click the little bell because of notifications, and like and comment and tell me how stupid I am because I didn't rank it the way you would like it ranked. But yeah, but whatever you do, come back on Thursday because Crystal Durant and Tommy Von Voigt are going to be back here in the world famous As It Should Be Studios, and we are going to be reviewing David Bowie's 2002 album, Heathen. Yeah, we're going to be doing a review. It's going to be the first in an ongoing series. It's not going to be a weekly series. We're going to be peppering them in here and there, maybe every 5 videos or something. There'll be an album review that we'll each have chosen. Like this one, Crystal chose. We're all reviewing it. And the next time I'll choose one and we'll all review an album, and so on. And well, anyway, hopefully I will see you then. All right. No, it's. I guess I forgot how to do this. I guess I need some practice. You know, I haven't had enough practice lately. Well, all right.